Hello everyone, welcome to NutriSearch. Today I'll discuss some previous year question of West Bengal SET exam, and it is also helpful for other state SET exam and UGC NET exam. The first question, out of the following, which one is associated with ISO 22000 standard? So here the correct option is safety and quality. ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization, and it presently consists of 91 nations. ISO 22000 is an international standard related to food safety management system. It integrates food safety and quality management. ISO 22000 aims to ensure that food is safe at the time of human consumption and combines the principle of HACCP, that means hazard analysis and critical control point, and quality management standard. So ISO 22000 deals with both food safety and as well as food quality by maintenance of HACCP principle, that means hazard analysis and critical control point, uh, and quality management standard. We all know this HACCP has 7 principles, namely conduct a hazard analysis, determine critical control points, establish critical limits, establish monitoring procedure, establish corrective action, and establish the verification procedure, and establish record keeping and document procedure. These 7 steps are also important, so you need to remember these steps also. Select the correct sequence of steps in dietary counseling as per Helix model of dietary counseling. So here the correct option is option C, that is pre-contemplation, contemplation, action and maintenance. The Helix model of dietary counseling is a trans-theoretical model involves the sequence of behavior changes, and it's given by C.H. Patterson. The first step is pre-contemplation. The individual is not yet thinking seriously about the changing behavior. In this step, the proper individual, she is not thinking about the changes in her behavior related, that may be related to diet, as we discuss this topic in the context of nutrition. And the next step is they begin to acknowledge a problem but are ambivalent. In the contemplation stage, the individual is thinking about to change her habits, but she is in a contradictory feeling stage. So next step is action. They make effort toward behavioral change. In this stage, the individual is out of the contradictory phase, and she or he decided to make effort to changes her or his behavior. Maintenance effort are sustained over time to prevent relapse. So in this step, she has to maintain the steps throughout time period. So the behavior remains properly. Other than that, the previous state will come again. The next question, which type of anemia is autoimmune type? Here the correct option is pernicious anemia. Pernicious anemia occurs due to deficiency of vitamin B12, and the body produces antibodies against the intrinsic factor that hinders the B12 absorption. We all know vitamin B12 is absorbed in the gastric parietal cell with the help of an intrinsic factor. So here the autoimmune response lead to destruction of the intrinsic factor by producing antibodies against it. So the vitamin B12 remain in unabsorbed form, and that leads to deficiency of vitamin B12 and development of pernicious anemia. If we see the symptoms of pernicious anemia, there are mainly 3 types of symptoms. The first one, the hematological symptom, that leads to fatigue, and that may also leads to shortness of breath, jaundice, dizziness and heart palpitation. As the RBC is destroyed and RBC is not properly formed due to deficiency of vitamin B12, these symptoms may appear. The second symptom, that is gastrointestinal symptom. Here, the individual may be suffering from loss of appetite, weight loss, and sore throat due to vitamin B12 deficiency and diarrhea or constipation. And the third symptom that is very much prominent for long-term pernicious anemia, that is the neurological symptom. Here, the tingling or numbness sensation of hand and feet, that namely known as paresthesia, occurs, and difficulty walking or balance problem, memory loss, depression, and cognitive decline occurs due to vitamin B12 deficiency. So we need to correct the disorder. So the next question, that is, which of the cooking method is suitable for preserving vitamin B12 in meat? Though the second fire action is microwaving. As we all know, vitamin B12, that the chemical name of vitamin B12 is cyanocobalamin. It is one kind of water soluble vitamin, and so the boiling step, which is completely the immerse the food in water, so it's not proper. And grilling also causes destruction of vitamin B12, and frying also causes destruction of vitamin B12. The microwave is a proper step for cooking fish and vitamin B12 rich food. The best method because it cooks quickly with minimal loss of heat sensitive and water soluble vitamin like vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is a sensitive to heat and prolonged cooking. So next question, that is argemon oil contains the toxic substance sanguinary. Argemon oil contains sanguinary. On the other hand, solanine is present in green potato, and that increases the chances of cancer. And BOA, that stands for beta N oxalyl L alpha beta diaminopropiononic acid. It is mainly present in legumes types of food, properly known as khesari dal in India, and the scientific name is Lathyrus sativus. It is one kind of neurotoxin that causes neurolepharism, and that leads to the motor disability of our legs and hands also due to nervous system damage. And the pyrimidine base, that is mainly present in animal food substance. So the correct option is sanguinary. It is a toxic substance present in argemon oil. Sanguinary is a toxic alkaloid present in argemon oil, is causing the epidemic dropsy characterized by swelling, heart failure, and glaucoma. Glaucoma it is an eye disorder. Epidemic dropsy from argemon oil contamination is a serious public health problem that leads to breathlessness, swelling of legs, and cardiac failure. So the next question, that is process of cycle of introduction of a new product into a market is called commercialization. So when we come we make a new product with popularity in market, so that is called the commercialization. And on the other hand, innovation means discovery of any new item, and invention also that be associated with the development of a new product, and initiation, that is beginning. But when we talk about commercialization, it is related to introduction of a new product in the market. Commercialization is a process of introducing a new product into a market after a product is developed and tested. Commercialization involves launching, advertising, and selling of it. Commercialization involves production, distribution, marketing, sales, and customer support. Mainly, it associated with marketing and sales. And example is when iPhone was invented, it is tested first and then commercialization worldwide. And in case of nutrition, we can give an example that when a new product, food item or supplement that is developed, that is first tested in a few group of people. After the success of that, we can launch the product into the market. Okay. So next question, that is which finishing process involves raising fiber ends on fabric surface to create soft and fuzzy texture. The process is napping. So the process is napping. Napping is a process that raises the fiber on the surface by passing fabric where covered rollers create soft, warm, and fuzzy texture which used in flannels, nap fabric, flannel, fleece, and brushed cotton. So, after producing fabric, which is to wrap and the cotton particles are and threads are usually arranged in a random manner that maintained by the napping process. So the next question, that is what is the key benefit of capacity building for individuals? Improving employability and versatility is the correct answer. Individual employability and versatility. Capacity building improves the skills, knowledge, and confidence within the individual, making individual more adaptable and employable. Capacity building is used in sectors like education, health, and management (NGO). It involves training, mentorship, workshop, and continuous education. So the main purpose of capacity building is to enrich individual or development of the skill of the individual by means of training, mentorship, workshop, and continuous education process. The next question, that is what is the primary goal of skill development program? Improving professional experience. As we all know, we all have one or a maximum number of people now educated and they have sufficient knowledge within them, but all the people don't possess the particular skill properly. So the main purpose of skill development process is improving personal professional expertise. Improving professional expertise skill development process aims to upgrade the technical, vocational, and managerial skill to enhance the job performance. The main purpose is to enhance the job performance. Example: National Skill Development Corporation Initiative of India include soft skill, IT skill, entrepreneurship training, and vocational skill. In the case of nutrition, we can give an example. We all studied BSc, MSc, and after that, we have to do. If we want to join a dietitian as a profession, so we have to do an hospital internship of 6 months or 1 year. So this 1 year or 6 months is the skill development process. Although we all possess sufficient amount of knowledge to deal with the patient, but the skill required for dealing a patient is to be learned from the hospital internship. So the next question, that is what does the term affordable housing generally refers to Indian perspective? It refers to housing that costs 30% or less of the household income. According to the Indian and international standard, if housing cost including rent and EMI less than 30% of the gross monthly income, it is considered as affordable. So, if a person monthly salary is 50,000 and so here the affordable housing or affordable rent price should be within 15,000 so that can be considered as a affordable housing. Government of India promotes affordable housing scheme through PMAY, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, that ensures the affordable housing at urban and middle class families. So that is for today, and we will discuss the remaining question next day. So thank you everyone, and if you like the video, you can subscribe my channel for upcoming videos. Thank you.